Bearcats fans, it's Neil Meyer with the Front Office News. I'm here with senior offensive lineman James Tunstall. James, just talk about that decision to come back for your senior year. Knowing you had all the options, you transferred in last year. Just talk about what led to that decision to come back.
I feel like the decision was pretty easy because obviously I'm sold into what Coach Fickle has going on here. I'm sold into the culture that we have here. And, I just wanted to be able to come back and use and take advantage of that extra year that I have in order to best prepare myself for the future that I want.
Awesome. You mentioned Coach Fickle. Just talk about a little bit more what's your relationship like with him.
Our relationship is pretty good. Obviously, he expects everybody to come out here and work as hard as they can, and that's what we do. We as an offensive line, we like to come out and grind every day, and Coach Fick loves to help the competition that we established this spring with the defensive line.
Awesome. Looking ahead to 2022, you see the transition from Coach Crook last year to now Coach Cummings. What's that transition been like for you as you guys wrap up spring ball here?
Personally, it's been easy for me because I've had numerous amount of offensive line coaches throughout my career. But one thing I wanted to harp on with the other guys, the younger guys, is although we have a new coach, we still have a high level of expectation that we have to compete to every single day. And that's something that I wanted to establish as an older guy, and along with some of the other older guys that we have, even if they're injured or be able to participate this spring. So we just wanted to keep that high level of expectation going and keep the high level of effort and grinding going.
Awesome. Speaking of Coach Cummings, he's a guy who likes to get in the trenches a little bit. Could you just elaborate on what he's like as a coach for people who don't know him?
Oh yeah, he's very ecstatic. He brings a high level of energy every day. And as a player, you love to see that. Because sometimes you're not perfect as a player. You may come in one day, a little, slow or low. But Coach Cummings, he's always going to bring the energy. He's always going to expect the best out of you. He's not going to let you give up. And as a player, you love to see that, and you love to have that as a coach.
Awesome. Looking at this O-line, there's a lot of depth here. You have yourself, Jake, Lorenz, all the way down the list. Just talk about what it means to have that much depth on an O-line.
Oh, it means everything because competition is the only way that you're going to get better throughout the group. Not only just compete with the D-line, but competition within the group is the only way that we're going to get better. And to have as much depth as we do this year, that's something that's really, really exciting for me because guys are going to keep pushing each other. And, at the end of the day, the best five are the only ones that are going to play. So it's just, really good to have that competition because, everybody just fighting for a spot, but we're doing it in a healthy competition type of way.
Awesome. You mentioned that healthy competition aspect. That's what Evan and Ben both preached on after the spring game. Talk about what it's been like to see that healthy competition between them, knowing you're up front blocking for both of them. Could you just talk about what it's been like to see that progression go through the spring ball with both of those guys?
Oh, it's amazing. It's been a great spring because those guys have come in every day ready to compete for that, number one quarterback spot. And as an offensive line, that's what you want. You want the best guy back there being able to communicate with us and being able to take charge of the offense, lead the ball downfield and, tell us where he want to go in protection, for example, and, things like that. So them, having healthy competition just feeds down to us, it starts from the top. So when we set the tone and we have healthy competition, that only allows them to get better and, allows them to be able to be comfortable back there and make the right decisions so we can find the best guy to play.
Awesome. Looking ahead to this season now, what are you most excited for now that we wrap up spring ball, getting ready to take some time off before you guys head to higher ground later this summer? What are you most looking forward to for this 2022 season?
Obviously, I'm just looking forward to another great year. I want to pick up where we left off right last year. I have high expectations for this year for the O-line, certainly. I'm just really excited to see how things go because, I want to be able to, like I said, pick up from where we left off last year and, just keep the train going and, even shoot for higher this year. So, I'm really excited to see how this year plays out.
Awesome. Well, that's all I have for you, James. Thank you for taking the time with us.
No problem.